Steno Wale Babu welcomes you. Shorthand dictations in male and female voice from all sources like magazines, speeches, and editorials at various speeds up to 120 WPM for various departments like SSC, DSSB, CRPF, Delhi Police, etc. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.
Exercise number 4. Bonus was accepted by this government as a deferred wage, but the same government has reversed the conception of bonus, and this government says that bonus is a deferred wage, but it is connected with production and productivity. But what about the owners of industries? Do you know how much have they reduced the dearness allowance of the workers nowadays? Not only that, a number of companies have been held guilty for failure to deposit the provident fund money and also for mishandling the amount due to employees. Every year, nearly 2 lakh employees come under the purview of the scheme. The total number of employees covered by the scheme in the year 1995 and 1996 was 61 lakh, and it was 75 lakhs in the year 1996 and 1997, whereas the average refunds amount to rupees 100 to 125 crores. The gross contribution to the fund was expected to reach rupees 58 crores in 1995 and 96 from rupees 51 in 1996 and 1997, whereas the refunds to the employers on an average is rupees 10 to 12 crores. Naturally, such a situation calls for stringent regulation and control over the operation and administration of funds. If the administration of the Provident Fund scheme at various levels has to be really advantageous to the employees, there should naturally be regional offices which could directly deal with members of the fund who go in for advances, loans, etc. The present situation has offered an opportunity for the government to make necessary meaningful changes in a number of legislative measures which seek to protect and regulate the rights and working conditions of industrial workers and other employees. In fact, several clauses of the legislative measures have little relevance to the present day conditions regarding the Apprenticeship Act. Once our Prime Minister said in the State Labour Ministers' Conference that the Apprenticeship Act has not been implemented vigorously. It had not been given a trial. Utilization of apprenticeship opportunity of filing such vacancies has not been uniform in all the state. Creation of skilled manpower has lagged behind the limits of possibilities. So, the more important point is what is to be done. Even more important is that there is a new sense of urgency and a will to get things done. With regard to this, the basic problem relates neither to the number of apprentices nor to the value of stipends. We hope that the government shall do its best to alleviate the feelings of labor and take steps for that. Thank you.